Hey everybody, welcome back to the conclusion of the 2019 Rumble presented by Discraft and Clint's Draft House. We got the final 12 holes here at the Rumble at Westlake Park. I'm Cale Leiviska, joined by McBeth.
How's it going, guys?
And you can see we got a little bit of a runaway here. Paul's shooting very hot, 9 under to the front 12. I'm having a couple bad holes, couple double bogeys, but I'm hanging in there on the second place.
Looks like we got some movement on the leaderboard. We got Marweed, right?
Yeah, he's charging from the second card, shooting a solid round. We're starting on hole 24 for this video. We got it's a tough par 4. You got 3 different gaps that you have the option to hit off the tee. The right side gap, straight or left. It's kind of easy to get pinched on the tree line if you pull it a little bit too far right. So I think a play for a lot of us is try to just get a little bit left, give ourselves an upshot to this green, get the birdie 3.
Yeah, I got my force in my hand right here, just trying to hit this left gap and bring it to the right. It got over pretty quick.
It did. You got a little too much turn on it, but you got good distance.
Yeah, got a majority of it there, but I'll still have to scramble to get it out back into the fairway. AB ripping on that overstable destroyer again.
Yeah, that's picture perfect shot right there. He took the middle gap, got the good turn on it.
Hey, he's more than likely going to run that for eagle.
There's not many people getting up that far, that's for sure.
No, that's a great drive. Joel ripping on the forehand here. Playing it extremely wide.
Yeah, and that might look like he's not really going towards the basket, but when you go over left over there, you do have a pretty easy angle to the green, although the shot might be a little bit further, but you're definitely going to have a look at it.
You can hear the gallery getting close to that tree over there, but that's a great spot.
Yeah, I did get a little close, but kept the angle and held true.
Yeah, you can see he got far enough left to get that angle. He's got a view at the basket. Putting that one up in the circle about 22 feet.
Yeah, I'm forced to put just a little bit of an anhyzer on it with that tree line.
Ooh.
That's nice and close. I know that tree is with about 15 feet, so if you're anywhere by that, you're fine.
And I'm looking at a really small window right here.
This was unbelievable. We saw you down in there for a while, kind of eyeing that up. I didn't think you were going to be able to get it that close. That was amazing.
No, I was kind of surprised as well. AB with his eagle run. I just had a small window, and I knew if I hit that, kind of just be up there by the basket somewhere, and the wind, I think, kind of just pushed that really close to the basket.
Yeah, you almost put that in. You crossed right in front of the chains.
And there goes Joel jamming that one in there. Great birdie, 2 in a row for him.
I'm pretty close here. I got the wind at my back, so.
Nice, right on the pole.
Looks like AB, yeah, he was running that eagle putt. Went a little bit deep. The hole kind of drops off a little bit behind the basket, slightly downhill back there.
Oh, no, just low out of his hand.
Yeah, that's tough. He was so far up there off the drive. It's tough to stomach a par on that one for him. Now we're back at hole 1. It's a shorter par 4, but it is tricky. It's a very low ceiling here. The basket rests right on this hill that everything kind of funnels to the lake from here. So if you're a little short on the drive, you're forced to throw an upshot that is very touchy. Ideally, you just want to get as close as you can to the basket, get some distance. Even if you finish off left, you have an easy upshot then.
Yeah, I'm opting to go with the buzz here. Just trying to hit that low ceiling. Started to leak out to the right there, right under that little tree, but I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that's perfect.
With this tailwind, I was actually really worried about going too far and almost hitting that water.
Yeah, you can see how low you got to keep the disc here. It's so easy to kind of just float it a little bit. And
Joel was asking that to get over more, but that was a good kick. Got him out to the open over there on the right.
Yeah, I'm throwing a fairway driver here, but I'm pretty much trying to follow the same line that you took, nice and low. Able to punch it right under those branches.
It looks like the exact same line. Nice shot. Got to finish over there to the left.
Yeah, I'm almost at a putt where it's kind of begging me to run it.
AB's forehand's just a little too high there. But he got the distance. He got to the last tree, so his upshot shouldn't be too difficult from there. Maybe a little jump putt. Oh, a little bit shorter than I thought.
Yeah, with a nice little touch forehand.
He needs to sit down.
Yeah, you can see what happens off that hillside if the angle's not, it's not perfect. You're liable to get a roll.
Jogging with the forehand as well. That's a good shot right there. That tree is just at the edge of the circle.
What are you thinking here? Get it close?
Yeah, get it close. Just get that nose up and let it just ride down the hill, and kind of let the wind keep it down for me.
I was originally thinking about laying up, but then when I got up and saw how close I was, I thought I'd give it a little bit of a run, but just didn't get it up in the air.
And here's AB for his birdie. Oh. He's been online with all those putts just outside the circle, just high or low on all of them. And this is one where a 4 kind of feels like a bogey because of the distance.
Yeah, with the wind we had today, you definitely want to be 3 in this one. The first round when we had a rip and headwind, it played a lot tougher, but I'm sure there were a handful of 2s though today.
You're right. There was exactly a handful of 2s.
Hole 2 now. We got a pretty manageable shot here. You got a couple options going right up the gut. Some people will choose to throw the hyzer line as well, kind of out over the water with the spike hyzer, but it's playing kind of tricky today with that tailwind kind of knocking them down, so I think the most favorable play is kind of busting one right up the middle.
Yeah, this is one of the easier par 3s on the course. I kind of just put a little bit too far left. If that could have got the short grass, I wouldn't have been too upset with it. I think it could have run up there to the basket, but a little bit too far left for me. And Joel, you can see he's got the height on that shot. Oh, even with that kick though,
Yeah, that's
he's
perfect.
right there.
I was kind of torn between a mid-range and a putter, so I ended up opting for the PA3 putter, kind of punching one in with that tailwind, and that guide me right to the basket.
That's absolutely perfect right there. Great shot. And AB's lining up this hyzer over here to the right.
It looked perfect out of his hand, but you can see what the wind does to it. Just drops it down.
Yeah, the wind was pushing it straight down and not letting it glide to the left, and he was barely safe. And if you're OB, I think it's almost a re-tee because the drops or the short pad's so far back.
Yeah, he was fortunate. Well, he was just hanging on by a thread, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm. I was giving that a run, but there wasn't much there. See that wind just lift that thing up right over the basket.
Yep, AB's always giving it a run.
That was a good comeback putt right there. Disappointed with the par, but
Yeah,
I mean,
way to clean that up, though.
you can see mine drift a little bit deep, maybe about another 20 feet here.
Yeah, and actually, you had a pretty nice headwind in your face, too, on this one.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny that we just had a stick on top of the basket, no flag. But yeah, that was one that felt good right into that headwind.
These flags have been abused out here. Not much left of them.
Good birdie from Joel.
Joel cleaning up.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting to see what like a new flag would look like on this course. There you go with some authority.
Yeah, I wanted to spin it in there. You can't really tell, but the wind was definitely coming. Hole 3, 430 feet. This is one of the shortest par 4s in the course, but it does play tough because They put an OB line about 15 feet short of that parking lot that you see right there. So the OB is actually about 6 feet from the basket on the left side. Got the woods on the right. If you cut it a little too tight, you can get pinched and not really have a look at the basket. So I think we're all trying to just push it straight close to the out of bounds line and get up and down.
Yeah, if you get aggressive with the forehand, you can actually get pretty close to this basket. Joel was going left of that tree in the middle, and that's kind of the safe forehand line.
I'm throwing an M4 mid-range, just trying to throw it dead straight.
Yep.
If I know if I just get it in the air, I got a pretty simple 150-foot up shot from there.
And then I'm kind of just playing off what you did there. I got my buzz here and just kind of throw it on a little hyzer and let it drift right.
Yeah, and you got a little bit more turn on that, so you'll cut off a little distance.
I thought it was going in that barbecue pit as soon as I let it go.
Yeah, you got some obstacles on this one. A couple picnic tables left.
AB's going with that aggressive forehand line, the tight line right there.
Oh, that's how it happened. God, I thought that was perfect out of his hand, but he just got so much power.
Yeah, if he could have got that to flare skip, I think he would have been looking at an eagle putt.
And Joel's trying to play the cut roller there, and that's tough with that OB and all the trees. I got just a little touch Annie. Get this one close.
Great up shot right there. I'm just looking at a turnover jump putt here, kind of just putting it close.
Yeah, you're happy with the 3 on this one. I mean, obviously it can be 2'd, but
yeah,
things can happen on this one. Yeah, this is for Anthony's 3 save after going OB.
Still gotta look for birdie. Just low right. He's all over the basket though. Yeah, this is one of those interesting ones where it's like the distance isn't too far, but a 3 still feels like a birdie, but a 4 feels like a bogey. It's kind of right in between right there.
That's exactly right, yeah.
Starting up the Harley.
Trying to rev on you.
I think he gets maybe a little bit better here. Getting him warmed up, getting into the last few.
Oh, a little fadeaway drop in. Nice, I like this hole. This is one of my favorite ones. Downhill the whole way. The basket's perched, and if you go past this basket, it's pretty much going straight down to the water. You got about 50 feet down to the water's edge, but a lot of people will take this inside gap that you're seeing the drone follow here, or you can take a forehand or like a turnover putter kind of to the left side.
Yeah, it's not uncommon for this to end up in the woods on the right or deep in the water. And that looked good right out of your hand, or it's looking good right out of your hand.
Yeah, I thought it was perfect too, and it just keeps on floating on me, but luckily I was able to keep it short of the water.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy how easy it can just drift long. I'm going with the forehand today. The wind kind of stopped right here, so I felt very confident in this shot. Just keep it in front of that tree.
Yeah, look at that. You landed 20 short of the basket. And just beeline for the water.
Yeah, there was no stopping that thing.
Yeah, you and I both, we thought that was perfect out of the hand. It was, but...
Yeah, I did that just how I wanted. And Joel stepping up with the same shot right after.
And it looked like he got a little turn out of the hand, so I think that's got too much distance right from the start. Yeah, just too hot.
So 2 in the drink right there. So forehand is not the play. AB stepping up with the...
So Anthony going to school off all of us. He saw the mistakes that we made and absolutely throws a perfect shot. If I could go back in time, that's what I would do.
Yeah, that's what you said, huh? Go back and just throw that low shot. Oh yeah, it deserves a FollowFlight.
Yeah, you just hit that hump and kind of slide it right up. That's perfect.
I can only imagine he's just pitching this up and taking the bogey from there. I'm kind of probably about 65, 70 away. Give it a little run here. thought it had a chance for a second.
God, it was like the disc was moved in slow motion up into that headwind. Yeah, I had kind of a cross. I'm just trying to get that as close as possible. Let Anthony take the lone birdie. I know this is one that we all want to get, but
Yeah, it's not too hard of a hole, but if you're not on your line, this thing could end up in a bogey real fast.
yeah, we got a tough par 5 ahead of us, so this is one we definitely all want to get close.
Joel tapping out for bogey. Me as well.
So yeah, that bogey, obviously it's not ideal, but you still got a pretty substantial lead to work with coming into the home stretch here. And this is a very difficult hole, par 5. The wind was ripping right to left off this lake, so if you got the disc high out of your hand, it was just going to carry right over the berm and possibly go OB in the lake on the left. So I think the play was to kind of just punch one low, keep it out of the wind, and put it in the hillside, and then try to navigate up to the basket, which is straight into a headwind.
Yeah, you can see those rocks out there. It's kind of the landing zone. AB's just kept going higher and higher and higher.
Yeah, that looked perfect out of his hand.
Yeah. He ended up OB on the left side. I didn't think it was possible.
Yeah, after seeing that, I really want to just keep the disc nice and low, not even give it a chance to get up over the hill, and that was pretty much where I was aiming.
Yeah, right there in that rock bed. Smart shot.
Ideally, you want to bite off some good distance on this, but man, it was playing so tough with the wind. It was pretty much just wanted to get it in play.
And after seeing you two, I went with the Predator, something I knew wouldn't glide too far. And that still got up on top of the hill right there. These kids came out of nowhere,
Yeah,
too.
They did. We thought you were about to tag them.
Yeah, they got closer than we would have liked. Joel really put his out over the water.
Yeah, if you end up in those rocks, you do get relief perpendicular, so it wasn't too punishing at all. So it's kind of a good aiming spot, actually.
Mm-hmm. And you can see AB up here at the drop zone.
Oh my gosh, he's going straight into the teeth of the wind. This is such a tough shot. I was worried at first, but that is very well done. What are you thinking here? I mean, you got a chance to get to the basket from here?
Not too much. I was just thinking more, just keep it safe. Don't put it out over the water. Keep your disc and scramble from the woods if I have to. And just kind of take a par.
I know, it's such a tough hole because these woods are so thick.
Yeah.
That you don't want to be in there, but it's a better option than hanging it out too wide.
Exactly. And then, not only, even if you have a look, now you got to deal with the wind and the water, so.
You can see I got buried in the woods, and it looks like Joel's headed for the same spot.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's safer than going in the water, but it's almost, the same thing.
Yep.
AB's ripping on his gator right here. And I know as soon as he let that go, he said, I thought I threw it perfect, and the wind just got a hold of it. And what are you looking at right here? Just a little...
Not much. I did have a little bit of... I thought I was going to have to pitch out straight right, but I was able to push forward a little bit, get at least 40 feet of distance.
Joel was looking all over the place for this one and just couldn't find a line, so we had to pitch out.
And you can see how close Joel and I both are here, but it was such a touchy upshot right now with this headwind. Like that was impressive. I mean, even getting it that close, it was tough.
100 feet from the basket. There's only one reason that came on.
Let's go, yeah.
Oh, big time.
Right into the teeth of the wind.
Yeah, as soon as you let that go, I think we all knew that was either going to hit it hard or go in. And
yeah, that felt good. Steal a little birdie when I probably didn't deserve one. Thank you.
Great shot right there.
Nice, yeah, you're right on the edge, so I think you can handle that.
Yeah, I was very fortunate to not be too far in there. And this is AB to see this spot.
Unbelievable. Watch this. He can barely even get out of the woods. I don't know how he found the line.
He got stuck in there. Look, his putter's still in there.
Oh gosh, he just
Joel.
put that hyzer in the. I think the wind just kind of took it right out of his hand, didn't it? So you took the birdie on that one, yeah?
Yeah, I did get a birdie there.
I was able to steal one too. So now after playing one of the toughest courses that we play all year, we're gonna finish out with a bunch of 2-holes to finish.
Yeah, I think 6 right here to finish. 6 par 3s. Very gettable par 3s.
Yeah, this one is probably the toughest of them all, just because it's kind of a tight angle to get there. We did have a favorable wind for the hole because it was kind of pushing right to left. And out of my hand, I thought that was perfect. I thought it would kind of flare skip right to the basket, but it just stopped dead.
I'm going with the Kong right here, kind of just allowing the wind to push it, honestly. It's only 287 feet, so it's more so getting the angle right.
And it's really hard to get the disc that close unless the wind is how it is right now.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe opting for the over the top line. You can see there's just all those pine trees there.
Yeah, he's right on circle's edge. That's a good shot.
Joel ripping this one down there. Wow.
He got so far up the hill, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, you don't see shots get to that side of the basket too often. About 75. Just kind of got slammed down.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, I was pretty much trying to lay that up, but
Maybe from just outside the circle. There he goes. Gets one to stick.
yeah, that's 2 great putts in a row right there for AB. Trying to finish strong.
Yeah, he was all over the basket early in the round. Finally got 2 to drop right there.
And this is such a tough putt where Joel was. He's now putting downhill into the wind.
I'm sure he was expecting that to lift a bit. And this is what I got left for the 2.
That's easy work for you.
That one feels good to get.
Yeah, it sure does. I didn't get that either round. Yeah, even these little 10-footers are a little touchy in the wind.
You never know. You had a tailwind right there, and it still kind of lifted up on you.
Yep.
Yeah, Joel's not messing around with those anymore.
He's happy to be done with that one. Hole 7, 333 feet. 330 feet. It is, you can't really even see the basket from where we are. It's kind of tucked back in these trees. With this left to right wind we had, kind of a tailwind, it was actually a pretty good wind for it. We could just kind of hang it out right, kind of let it dive in.
Yeah, this one was actually ace the first round. But it's kind of just in that pocket. If you can get in that pocket, you'll be looking for birdie. I kind of hung this one out there right where I wanted.
Perfect. Yeah, it's a very guarded green. It's tough to get this one parked.
Maybe putting it a little bit higher, a little bit more angle. Same result.
You guys made that look pretty easy. I'm throwing an A3, trying to throw something really hard, overstable.
Got a lot lower of a line.
Yeah, kind of just didn't get it quite wide enough, but
Yeah,
luckily I'm in the open with the look.
Yep, had the distance right too. And Joel, oh, that's too far left. That needs to get down.
Yeah, he didn't like it out of his hand, but I think, oh yeah, he caught a
the
tree.
tree.
Okay.
Yeah, that could have been deep in there. And how far are you? About 45?
Yeah, about 45 uphill with the tailwind. Just how I like it. Yeah, it's a good win
Solid.
for my putt. I was feeling confident on that one.
And you putted before Joel, so he looks like he's in the same spot.
Yeah, we were like a foot away from each other, and
Same
follow
result.
me in there. Yeah, buddy.
2 great putts right there.
Yeah, you guys are pretty much parked, so felt good to get the star frame on this one.
Yep, maybe. And like you said, now I got the pressure for the star frame
Yeah, you
right
got a
here.
tricky little lie.
Well, 15-footer. Not as clean as you guys, but same
Counted.
result.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good star frame right there.
Okay, your lead is looking pretty safe as we come to hole 8. This is a tough. This is playing pretty tough in this wind. The right to left was kind of knocking shots down. If you got a nice power forehand, you can kind of skip one off this road. It's a really tough hole for a backhand play up the gut.
Especially with this wind too.
Yeah, you got to really commit to the ante and push the wood line. Some people were taking the spike hyzer today because of the wind, but
this one a little bit higher than I wanted, but still got the same result. Still was able to get in front of that hanging branch.
yeah, that's super solid. AB trying to follow your line.
Yeah, he got that's the right height. Nice little flare up there, just inside the circle.
Yeah, this was playing tough for the righty backhand player. I was having to try to get this high and kind of just get under the branches and kind of scoot one up the path.
There it is, right on the path.
That's exactly what I wanted, but that's still a tough putt.
Yep. Joel got that over right out of his hand.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. I didn't even think that road was in play. I almost took that
Yeah, you did get
huge
close.
skip. I'll just be looking to lay it up close right here. Look at it, just stops.
Yeah, you can see the headwind starts ripping when we got up to the green. All these putts are going to be difficult.
AB for birdie. Probably thinking that was going to lift a little bit.
Yeah, stepping up right after him. The exact same wind with the flag pointing right at me. Kind of wanted to just punch one in with a spin putt here.
Yeah. Nice putt.
Yeah, that felt great.
You can see that wind's just steady right there too. Maybe about 5-10 feet closer than you are.
Perfect. Look at that flag gripping. Yeah, that was.
That one felt good. Wasn't too far, but just with that, keeping it low.
What are you thinking about on those right to left wind putts? You thinking about angle a lot?
Yeah, just keeping it flat, and if I do miss, I want it to be low, because if it gets above that cage really at all, it could take off with how much speed we're putting behind them.
Yeah.
But just keeping that angle flat.
Stepping up to hole 9. Again, we got the left to right wind on this one, so the play is almost to take a wide hyzer, but today with the wind, we really wanted to cut it a lot tighter to the tree line and kind of make sure that the disc was able to get far enough left over to this basket.
Yeah, this is a fun little hole. Just kind of try to put it out to the right, let it come back in. I was going with the drone right here.
Nice, yeah. I thought it was a little too wide at first, but you threw it nice and low and were able to get a little bit of ground action.
Yeah, snuck it right up in the circle. You look like you're playing a little glidier there.
Yep. Able to get it in tight.
AB just kind of threw this one soft right here.
Yeah, because out of his hand, it looked like the perfect angle, like he was going to get far enough left, but yeah, came up a little short.
And Joel was laughing at that one. He thought it was going to hit that tree right there in front of him, but was able to sneak right in front of it. Oh, that's a good one right there.
One of the most difficult putts he had all day, and he hit it.
Yep, and that's what he said too.
Yeah, downhill into the wind. That was very impressive.
AB got up just inside the circle right there. Good birdie. Looks like we're gonna have a chance for a possible star frame again. Oh, got the horn.
Yeah, I remember telling you Obviously, that you were obviously unfazed by that.
Yeah, people were stopping in the middle of the road to watch. It's a good start frame from our group right there.
Coming down to it, we got 2 holes left. This is hole number 10. The shortest hole that we're going to play in the course, 215 feet. A lot of the forehand players will just kind of punch something under the low ceiling. It's a tough little touchy backhand shot because the wind was coming right to left and kind of knocking the disc down. So
yeah, it's not often that you're trying to avoid a barbecue in the middle of the fairway, but this is one of the few holes where it comes into play.
that just came out a little bit low out of the hand. Good line, but
Yeah, a little low. Just need a little bit more hyzer angle, and I think it could have gotten a little bit closer, but I still have a putt at it.
Yeah, that was a great shot. I thought it was going to be parked, but the wind kind of just knocked it down a little bit short.
Maybe going with his gator right there. Oh, wow. Got that little roll into that ditch, but still well inside the circle. That's got some good height to it.
That's what you want on this one.
Great shot from Joel.
So you got a great round going here. What do you? You're obviously trying to just birdie out.
Yeah, floated that one a little bit. I got these 5 holes. I finished with 5 birdies in a row the first round, so I was still trying to keep that momentum going on these holes, and unfortunately got it up.
Yeah, because right now your score's at 16 under par, so you're already looking at possibly a course record.
Yeah, that one
so
was
that
big
was a
right
big
there.
part. Yeah,
Yeah, that was big right there.
You don't want to bogey that one coming in.
No, I know the course record was at 15 before, so I think with like 5 left, I knew I had a chance to break that.
Oh, that one hurts. Yeah, I had a little bit of that right to left wind. I tried to spin it in like I did a couple holes prior, but just didn't get it up.
That's a great birdie.
So coming to the last hole, yeah, you can birdie and kind of take the course record even lower. So
yeah, and as far as I know, this is the last tournament here at Westlake for quite a while. They're draining the lakes and kind of just fixing them up. So this might be the last tournament round here.
Yeah, who knows it?
Could be a new course record getting ready to be set. Joel just got that a little bit high right there.
Yeah, you're trying to just push it out, hit the gap straight, and then kind of have that run out of speed and finish left for you. We did have the left to right wind that was kind of holding them, but you got the angle just perfect, it looks like.
Yeah, I thought I was going to get I knew that was a good line. I thought I was going to get a big flare skip there and maybe try to put it in off the tee.
I'm throwing an overstable disc, and this thing just held dead straight on me. I was a little surprised by that, but that's what happens when you don't commit to that hyzer line.
Maybe get on that gator again.
There we go. That's exactly what I was trying to do.
He was saying before he threw that if he birdied this, he gave himself a chance to stay in the top 5. Good upshot from you right there. And this is for birdie just off the pole.
And this is for the icing on the cake to get to 17 under.
Yeah, good little finish at 70 for the round.
Very impressive, man. New course record. You've been getting a lot of those lately.
Yeah, I think that's my 3 in the last 5 tournaments or something like that.
All right, that was my putt to tie for second place after kind of an up and down round for me.
Great finish, and then AB tapping out his birdie to tie with Joel for 5th, and some flair right there from Joel.
Congratulations, Paul. Very nice 8-year victory, another course record.
Thank you.
You can see a 10-stroke victory. That's a nice little victory lap for you that last round.
Yeah, those are hard to come by these days. There's so many good players out there, and you can see this field. So many young players on that top 10 list right there.
It was a great field. Great job, everyone on the tournament staff, for running the 2019 Rumble. Appreciate you guys all watching. It was an honor to do this, and
we'll see you guys at GBO.
thanks a lot, everyone, for watching the coverage of the 2019 Rumble. We're going to do a couple giveaways for you guys.
And on the front 9, we have a ESP Buzz with the airborne stamp. Thank you to Cale.
On the back 9, we're going to do a few giveaways. I got the 2019 Airborne Earth Day stamp and a couple of my signature D1 Maxes. So like, comment, subscribe for a chance to win, and tune in next week at the GBO.